Welcome to Northern Lights. I'm Dwain.
I'm Mark.
And today we're going to go over our bets and wildcard predictions for UFC 275. So just for a bit of fun, we're going to talk about our bets this week. So we'll start off with Zhang and Joanna. Who have you predicted for that, Mark? And what have you put your bet on?
Well, obviously, contrast to our actual predictions video, betting's a bit different because you see the odds, don't you? And you see it being a little bit tempting. So I've actually put on Joanna to finish the fight. That comes in at 8-1.
So finish that submission or KO?
Yeah, just any finish, yeah. Just to finish the fight, because I think, she's been out for over 2 years. I think she wants to come back. She's been released from the rankings. I think she wants to come back and make a statement. See if she can get the old Joanna back as opposed to her last few fights. So that comes in at 8-1 for Joanna to finish.
So you'll get 80 quid off 10 quid bet. That's quite a good one to do, isn't it? Because, we have seen Zhang get finished and she got a couple of head kicks when she last fought Joanna and got rocked. So it could happen. Hopefully not for me anyway. Because I've decided I'm going to put a bet on Zhang to win by submission, which is 10-1. So I'll win 100 quid off a tenner, which isn't too bad. Because I feel like Zhang's really put a lot of effort into her wrestling recently. Like you see it a lot in her training. Her last fight with Rose, she was really taking people to the ground. And her debut fight in the UFC, she won by armbar. So I think, she knows she can't knock out Joanna. So her best path for victory is to take her down and submit her. So I think she'll probably go for an armbar or something like that.
Have you got it specifically for an armbar or just a submission?
No, just a submission. I don't think it'll let me put specifically an armbar. Maybe it will. I'll have a look. It might be like 100-1 or something. I might have a nosy.
I was going to say, if you predict that, you'll be like, Darren Brown will be calling you. So the next fight is Talia Santos versus Valentina Shevchenko. Now, I always think, Dwayne, whenever Valentina's fighting, it's always worth betting against her for a finish. And the reason being is because when someone's as well-rounded, she's almost a perfect fighter, is Valentina. So I don't think she's just going to have an off night where she gets wrestled for five rounds. It's going to be a flash finish, I think. Similar to the Amanda Nunes. Yes. And similar to the Amanda Nunes and Juliana Pena fight. Yeah. I, like a dumbass, I put the same bet on twice, but it worked out in my favor because I always bet against Nunes as well. So that came in and it's by finish as well. I think if someone's that dominant, they're not just going to have a bad night at the office and they're going to get dominated throughout the duration and get a decision win. They're going to get finished, I think. So for Talia Santos to finish, that's what I got.
11-1, right?
Yes, 11-1. Yeah, any finish.
Yeah, I've put this, or I've got just by KO for 11-1. So that's my bet for it. So I'll win 100 quid, which I'm pretty happy with. No, 110 quid. And it could really happen, isn't it? It's this. It's not just a puncher's chance because obviously, if you meet a punch someone, it's an actual punch, isn't it? But it's if Valentina's going to lose, like you said, that's the way it'll happen. It'll be a quick flash in the pan, bad day at the office and getting knocked out. So it's worth putting that 10 quid on in it just for a good laugh. And then we go on to Glover versus Jiri. So for me, I've put Glover winning by submission, which you'd feel like with Glover, that's a safe bet, but not when he's fighting Jiri. That's what makes it difficult because he's such a difficult one to do. But that's 7-2, so the odds aren't even that good. So off 10 quid, I'll only win 35. But I think if Glover can get hold of Jiri, and Jiri got taken down by Dominic Reyes, so it could happen. And fingers crossed it will for my bank account. What have you got for Jiri and Glover?
Well, I've gone the same route. I think Glover by submission. Well, I've just got finish as well, but I think it'll be a submission. But because Jiri, this is only his third fight in the UFC, and I think Glover, being the seasoned veteran that he is, take him into the later rounds. So I've got Glover by round 4 finish. I think Jiri may even gas out completely. Again, contradicting what I've got in my actual predictions, but you know that your head and your wallet are different things. But yeah, so I've got round 4 finish, which comes in at 29-1 because it's a little bit more specific, isn't it?
Yeah.
I just think that I want to get after the 3rd round. Maybe his conditioning is a little bit off. I mean, I'm hoping it is. And I hope Glover takes him down and chokes him out or something. But I thought it'd be really worth it. And you look at his last fights as well. You know, he finished Anthony Smith, Thiago Santos, you know, and then obviously Jan Blachowicz as well. So yeah. I think Glover has got a real actual chance. And I don't know if I was discrediting him a little bit in my predictions video, but I think he's got a real shot at doing this. Yeah,
and that's a good way to go, isn't it? Because with Jiri, you know, I don't think he's ever come out like, the 3rd round. I don't think he's ever got, because he's never done championship rounds, has he? But he's always got very quick fights all the time. And of course, he's younger and probably got better cardio. But what's his cardio management like? And if Glover can get him to those round 4 and 5, hopefully he'll be knackered and he can do him in. So now we've got some like fun wildcard bets. So my wildcard one, even though I'm contradicting myself with the Santos fight, I've got Glover and Valentina to win by submission at 28-1. And the reason I've gone with that is because Valentina said in an interview that she's going to submit. She said, I'm going to do it.
Oh, okay.
Because
what Valentina says, Valentina will do.
Exactly. And I think it's a great way for her to do it, because Santos has been talking a lot of crap, saying, I'm better at the ground. If I get on the ground, she's going to win. And Valentina's going to prove her point. And I think she's going to take her down and finish her. And with Glover, that's my bet anyway. So I thought I'll double down on that, put a couple of extra quid on, and hopefully win big. Have you got any fun wildcard bets, Mark?
Just the one. And again, it's a contradiction, but the odds are so juicy. And I thought, you know what? This is actually too good to miss. You know, when you see a certain bet and you see the odds and you think, if I don't put any money on, that will come in.
Yeah.
So it was the Zhang and Joanna fight. For a draw is 81-1. So I'm
going to put that one on as well.
Yeah. I think just for a quick $15 on there, I would then get $1,215 back.
Yeah. That's a nice one. And it could happen as well.
That's the thing. I mean, I looked, and a draw is very rare.
Yeah.
But imagine if that came in and I said to you, I've seen that bet and nothing happened. And obviously it's a very small bet, just $15, just to put that in there. It's about £7.50. Chuck that on. If it comes in, I'll be an happy boy. But
yeah, it's worth a go, isn't it? Especially when these two are so close, you know, in their last fight, a draw could happen. But with these kind of bets, I anytime I win, I basically just win my money back. I've never really made any profit off betting, really.
Yeah. See, the only time I have ever won a big amount is, like I was saying, the Amanda Nunes and Juliana Pena fight, because I put the same bet on twice like an idiot. But then, you know, like, I remember who I was watching it with. They're all like, "You are throwing away your money." And then as soon as Julie, round 2, submit, that's when everyone was looking around. How much did you win? And you're like, now you want to be friends. Now you want to talk about it. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's always a good laugh putting some bets on. I think that's all we've got time for. So thanks everyone for watching. If you can like, comment, and subscribe, it really does help us out.